Hey everyone! So last night was 2020's WWE's SummerSlam, and I wanted to give like a couple of my thoughts on how SummerSlam was. So first and foremost, SummerSlam was actually way better than NXT Takeover. I was very disappointed with NXT Takeover. While the Pat McAfee and Adam Cole match was pretty cool, and I did, Pat surprised me with how well he moved around in the ring. I really didn't like that Keith Lee had to lose his belt, and now that it is known he is going to Raw, I just find that whole thing unbelievable because you guys want us to believe that NXT is WWE's third brand. So why is it if somebody leaves NXT, it's as if they're moving up instead of just saying they're interchanging through brands? Because now I'm gonna be like, so the people who went back, like Finn Balor, was that a demotion because he went to NXT when Charlotte was there for a little bit of time? Is that a demotion going to NXT, or is it their third brand? And I feel like WWE changes the meaning of NXT depending on the storyline. So for Charlotte, it was like, oh, you're going to NXT, like it's just third brand, and you're just dazzling everybody with how great you are. But then Keith Lee loses the belt, and it's, oh, but he's moving up to Raw. So which is it? That's like a whole rant I'm not going to go into today, but that's just something that really bothered me. I hated that Keith Lee, it seemed like he was more transitional for Karen Cross, and Cross did not need that belt. I'm gonna keep saying how much I don't think he needed that belt yet. He had time to get the belt. They didn't need to do Keith Lee dirty like that. So anyway, back to SummerSlam. So anyway, one of my favorite matches of the night was between Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, why he can kind of be hit and miss sometimes with his promo, depending if he's a face or a heel. Sometimes he gets me really like, I'm feeling it, even if he's a face, even if he's a heel, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, Seth, you know. But recently, when he's been going on his ramblings about doing things for the greater good, I'm like, all right, shut up, Seth. Like, stop talking, stop yapping. But even with that being said, Seth usually know how to give great matches in the ring. So to see, Dominic Mysterio is like was a big thing. See him walking into the arena with his mom and Ray, and how this is a big thing. You get to do what your father is doing. You get to put yourself in the ring and show us what you got. So while I was hoping it would have been nice to give Dominic his first win, of course, how nice would it be the first time you have a match, you win your match at a pay per view, like one of the big events of one of the biggest pay per views WWE has. But Seth Rollins did win that match, and even though he won, which was not surprising in regards to this is Seth Rollins, it was a really really entertaining match. I was very happy with Dominic's, in ring ability. It seemed like he has been training and working hard. And him and Seth Rollins put on a show. I was very happy with that match. I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but Seth normally gives good matches, so very, very, very happy with that match. I was okay with the Sonya Mandy match, and my reasoning behind it is because even though I figured Sonya was going to leave because of everything that happened personally, I felt like Sonya did more to put Mandy over than vice versa. So less like instead of Mandy putting Sonya on her, while Sonya went out on her way for a while, it's like she put over Mandy, and Mandy, why she got a little bit better. Clearly, Mandy still needs more work in the ring, to me at least. Um, I didn't like also like they try to change that. I feel like every time a woman does some more training, they change the way they gear her. So she was like still cute, but it was like I guess supposed to be like more business, and then they just kind of slapped her hair black with some water. And I don't know, like it was like for all the build up, especially with Sonya's like promo, she was like I was rooting for her, but I did think she would lose it because I think she just needs some time to get her head together. So it didn't make sense after everything that happened, but I don't know. It just like I felt like Sonya was taking it easy on Mandy, and it kind of annoyed me. Like even if you have to leave for a while, you can still beat up Mandy and find another way to lose the match. And I didn't like that. You said clearly Mandy was struggling at times, and Sonya was trying to put her over. But I was just like it was a bit lackluster, and I was hoping that at least after that promo on Friday that it would be like a really dope match. But whatever. What can you say? I was very glad that the Street Profits kept their titles, and I do like Angel Garza and Andrade. I think they work well together, but I don't think they really worked well together enough to be a tag team or be tag team champions. So we'll see. Maybe they'll change the storyline with that. But I'm very glad the Street Profits won. Apollo Crews, that surprised me. I swore MVP was going to take that belt, but whatever. What can you do? He did keep his belt, so that was pretty cool. So now I'm going to bring it to the Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre match. Now, Randy Orton has been doing some of his best work in years. His heel stuff has been like amazing and phenomenal. And again, this is the year of Drew. I'm gonna keep telling people, I don't care how many times you get annoyed at me saying it. Drew McIntyre is everything, and he deserves this belt. So I was very glad that he did it in a roll-up pin. I'm like, I don't really like roll-ups, but it was super nice to see, him keep his belt and Randy, put on a show. Sometimes Randy can kind of be hit or miss with his performance in the ring, but he did his thing this time. So I was very, very happy with that. And I made it to TV, which I will get to at the end of this video, so let me not get too carried away. The Bayley, Asuka, and Sasha Banks thing happened exactly the way I thought. Bayley kept her belt, which I was very happy with because I felt like Bayley has been pretty decent as the SmackDown Women's Champion. But y'all was not gonna have Asuka walk out there without a belt. That was not. Y'all not gonna play Asuka 2 times, okay? Yeah. Keep doing Asuka dirty, WWE. So she needed to walk out of there with one of those belts, and she did when she beat Sasha. I did feel they were going to set it up to now, like, Sasha's like, oh, you don't got me, Bayley, like I got you. And I feel like now they can kind of pull it off, the feud between them, and have Asuka probably go against Shayna Baszler, since it was already alluding that Shayna wants Asuka. She was hoping Asuka wins so she could beat her, though that better not freaking happen anytime soon. Asuka better keep the belt for a while and do her little thing that she was doing. Okay? So now I'm talking about the last match of the night, which was Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend. It was a 4 counts anywhere match. The match didn't last as long as I thought it would last, and Braun Strowman did not impress me as champion, so I was actually very glad that he lost the belt. I thought he would. But then the best part of the night outside of appearing on TV was to see my bae, Roman Reigns, come back to WWE. So he came back, looking all tan, had the beard, his hair just looking all phenomenal, all the muscles just and let me just show you a reaction really quick about how I dealt with the fact that Roman Reigns came back. So as you see, I was very, very excited. I had like a whole meltdown. I did fall out of my seat at like the very beginning because I didn't know how to handle all of that. It was a lot to handle. Like, that's Bay. And like, I missed him on my TV every week. I miss seeing him on my TV. He got a new shirt, like, wreck everything and leave it. I'm like, yes, boo. Yes. Wreck it. Wreck it all. So I was very happy to see Roman Reigns. I was so excited about him. I got like so hyped, and it was just a nice way to end off SummerSlam. So as some of you guys do know, I was able to get into the Thunderdome for SummerSlam, and I actually was able to stay throughout most of the show. There were points where I wasn't on camera, and I did catch that during the show, but for the most part, I was part of the audience, and I found myself floating around the audience. Like, at one point, I was at the top part, and then at the entrance where when Sasha went against, rather, excuse me, when Bayley went against Asuka, I was actually right there by the ramp. I think when Rey Mysterio and Seth and Dominic match was happening, I was on the side by the ramp as well. So it was a very nice surprise that I just happened to be looking at the laptop because, I'm part of the Thunderdome, and then I see Randy Orton comes out, and then they focus on my face, and I'm like, oh my god, holy shit, like, that's me. And everybody was like, oh my god, Katrina, you're wearing like a green shirt. I was like, normally everybody knows I wear black. I like black clothes. I really do. So, but I was wearing green to rep John Cena because, it's been a while we haven't seen John Cena. Let's give the homie let's put him on a shirt today. It's been a big deal. So I had my green shirt on. It was like a very bright shirt. And everybody was like, oh my god, we see you. You're right in the middle. And that surprised me because I honestly didn't know what they were going to do at any point. I didn't think I would be seen enough that people would have caught it rather. So that was really nice. Like I said, Kevin Owens did come in earlier, right before everything was getting started, before he did the commentary for the Street Profits match. And he was just like, I see all of you guys. You guys keep the energy going. And it was very nice experience. They did give some kind of instructions, but I didn't find anything wrong with it because, if you're trying to be hyped like you was at the arena, would you not be hyped for certain things? So I was cool with it. I didn't necessarily follow all of the instructions, but like they were saying, boo. Like some people said, well, maybe you should have booed Sonya, but Sonya had a tough break recently. I'm not gonna boo her. I cheered her both. Kind of booed Mandy because I really don't have no feelings about her. So that was me. And like Randy, while he is heel, Randy has been doing some of his greatest heel work recently. So I couldn't really boo that. But then Drew McIntyre is like everything. So obviously I'm gonna like cheer super hard for him. Not only was I just happy to be part of the Thunderdome experience, but again, my face wound up being in the middle of the audience during Drew McIntyre's match, which is the one match I was really excited to see. So I enjoyed the experience. I hope to do it again, maybe for another pay-per-view, I get on there, even if I don't make it to the middle of the TV, just to make it inside and just be part of it. It was really dope. I think WWE kind of hit it out the park with this one. So you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about SummerSlam? Have you been to Thunderdome? Tell me what your experience was. Do you want to get there? How do you feel about any of this? I'll look forward to reading your comments and I will respond. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Later.